Look, I'm not saying that I'm scared, because I'm not, but this ain't safe. We've been on the corner for some time right now, and it looks like we selling ass.
I mean,
that's the look that you guys are
that ain't the look I want to put out to the world.
Kevin Hart may spend his days surrounded by A-listers, athletes, and Hollywood giants, but somehow he still ends up being the funniest person in any room he walks into. Whether he's on a talk show, crashing a live interview, or roasting NBA legends mid-broadcast, Kevin has a talent for turning the most serious moments into instant comedy gold. Just look back at the 2015 Celebrity All-Star Game, where he wasn't just the MVP, he was the main event. During a Super Bowl celebration interview, still high on adrenaline and zero filter, he grabbed the mic and delivered a moment of pure chaos, slurring compliments, declaring his love for everyone on the team, and leaving the entire crew scrambling to escort him off camera before he said something even wilder. But nothing showcases Kevin's genius better than the way he handles giants, literal giants, like Shaquille O'Neal. Standing next to NBA legends, Kevin looks like someone's little brother who managed to sneak past security, yet he fearlessly fires off jokes like he's 7 feet tall. When Shaq tried roasting him, Kevin didn't hesitate for a second. He came back swinging, asking why Shaq was dressed like a movie director who lost his script, why he got his outfit at Kids R Us, and why he was wearing what looked suspiciously like nursing shoes with a full suit. And Kevin didn't stop there, he even told Shaq to take off his imaginary neck brace and focus on basketball. But perhaps Kevin's greatest moment is when he reenacts Shaq's legendary on-court falls. Watching Shaq go down is already one of the funniest sights in sports, but Kevin's version is on another level. He describes Shaq falling in slow-motion steps, arms flailing, yelling, "Oh no, oh God, here we go," as if gravity personally targeted him. The way Kevin acts it out, tiny steps, dramatic groans, and exaggerated panic, turns a simple fall into a full comedy sketch. The way Kevin acts it out, tiny steps, dramatic groans, and exaggerated panic, turns a simple fall into a full comedy sketch. It's these moments that show why Kevin Hart always stands out. No matter the crowd, no matter the stage, and no matter how tall the people around him are, he brings the kind of humor that steals the spotlight every single time. But what makes Kevin even more iconic is how naturally his comedic timing spills into every environment he walks into. Put him courtside at an NBA game and he turns into a one-man show, heckling players twice his size like he's their disappointed uncle. Place him on a celebrity panel and suddenly the other guests aren't even trying to be funny, they're just trying not to crack up on live TV. Even the biggest stars, the kind who are usually impossible to rattle, end up doubled over when Kevin starts riffing. His confidence isn't loud or forced, it's the kind of quick, sharp humor that feels like it wasn't written but activated the second he opens his mouth. And the best part is, Kevin doesn't just joke at people, he jokes with them, inviting them into a moment that feels spontaneous and unforgettable. Whether he's clowning on The Rock's muscles, teasing Jimmy Fallon until he can't breathe, or roasting athletes who tower over him like skyscrapers, Kevin makes everyone feel like they're witnessing something unplanned, raw, and completely hilarious. It's why he remains one of the most beloved entertainers in the world, not because he tries too hard, but because he makes comedy look effortless. He's the guy who turns slip-ups into punchlines, awkward moments into highlights, and ordinary interviews into viral classics. With Kevin Hart, the joke never ends, it just finds a new room to dominate. Kevin Hart has a gift for turning even the most embarrassing moments into comedy gold, and nowhere is that clearer than in his chaotic, unforgettable stories that leave everyone, from Jimmy Fallon to entire live audiences, crying with laughter. Whether he's insisting, "I'm a grown man," while trying to keep a straight face or reenacting the instant panic that hits him during live TV, Kevin's timing is unmatched. One of his funniest tales is the now iconic lost swim trunks incident, where he came up from the water completely unaware that his trunks had vanished, leaving him floating helplessly until his wife pointed out he was basically skinny dipping in broad daylight. Kevin admits he didn't notice a thing because, as he proudly puts it, he has a lot of junk, thinking something was swimming around his ankle instead. He tells the story with such detail, pacing, sound effects, facial expressions, that even Twitch couldn't keep a straight face. But not everyone breaks so easily. Ice Cube, the king of the unbothered stare, might be Kevin's greatest challenge. While whole film crews collapse laughing at Kevin's improvisation, Cube stands there like a statue, completely unfazed. Kevin once asked him why he never laughs, and Cube answered with the most Ice Cube line ever, "Because I don't want to waste tape." In a world where everything is digital, Cube stayed committed to being serious. And yet, Kevin treats getting Cube to smile like it's a championship-level mission. Every slight twitch of Cube's face feels like a victory. From skinny dipping mishaps to impossible laugh battles with Ice Cube, Kevin Hart continues to prove he doesn't just tell jokes, he turns life into the funniest show on earth. Kevin Hart couldn't believe it when Ice Cube told him, with a perfectly straight face, "I don't want to waste tape," and then walked away like that was the most normal explanation in the world. But Cube wasn't done. When someone asked him whether he avoids laughing because he's being mean to Kevin or because Kevin just isn't funny, Cube delivered an answer so cold it created two victims instead of one. "Kevin annoys me," he said. "It's not funny. He annoys me. All I gotta do is think about how much he annoys me, and then I don't break." Even Andy Richter jumped in, saying he was worried Cube might be depressed, but Cube shrugged it off with the same frozen expression, "He makes me laugh, yeah, it's annoying." Annoying. Moments like these prove exactly why Kevin will never break the ice, pun fully intended. When someone joked that this might be the start of a beautiful friendship, Cube responded, "Yep. It might be the beginning of a nightmare. I don't know." Meanwhile Kevin, oblivious and proud, proclaimed, "Me and Q are gonna be best friends forever," sealing the joke in a way only he can. And then there's The Rock, trying once again to correct Kevin on something simple like the fact that he was born in San Francisco, not Hawaii, but Kevin's memory always comes back with the most hilariously detailed, dangerously wrong version possible. Kevin swears that The Rock once gave him a dramatic, spiritual speech in Hawaii about being born on that land, raised by the ocean, and even being held over a cliff by his mother like some kind of Polynesian Lion King moment. The Rock, baffled, insists none of that ever happened, but Kevin is so committed to his version that even he starts to believe it. It's this chaotic energy, Cube's cold stare, The Rock's confusion, and Kevin's unstoppable imagination that makes every moment with Kevin Hart feel like a comedy sketch happening in real life. Kevin Hart loves doing impressions of Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, especially the dramatic ones, like claiming The Rock once stood on a cliff and proudly declared, "This is where I was born, and my mother held me over this very edge." Kevin even mimics The Rock's overly intense interactions with fans, acting out little kids asking for autographs while Dwayne distracts them with big hand motions, "Hey, hey, hey, kids," sending them off in a totally different direction. But while Kevin loves turning The Rock into the punchline, he often forgets that The Rock is more than happy to clap back, imitating Kevin as a hyperactive high schooler yelling, "Hey! Hey girl! Hey!" at everyone in sight. And just when you think Kevin is the loudest voice in his life, along comes his brother, the ultimate parade ruiner, who Kevin lovingly calls King Negative. No matter what Kevin celebrates, his brother finds the one shadow in the sunlight. When Kevin proudly announced he bought land to build his dream house, his brother immediately replied, "Good luck. You got no experience. You're not physically building the house." Even when Kevin hit #1 at the box office, his brother shrugged and said, "Yeah, domestic. You didn't get released everywhere." But nothing exposes Kevin's true vulnerability like his irrational fear of ostriches. He reminds everyone that these giant birds are basically his height, built like angry dinosaurs, and have no business being that large. So when Jimmy Fallon brought out animals on his show and casually introduced a cute, cuddly baby ostrich, Kevin nearly levitated off the couch. "Brother, come on, let it stop, no surprises, man," he begged, only to see the handler walk out with a small ostrich in hand. Kevin instantly lost it, shouting, "He's a baby ostrich? You can kiss my ass." Whether he's roasting The Rock, surviving his brother's negativity, or running from birds that are technically still children, Kevin Hart proves that everything in his life, fear, family, friendship, and absolute chaos, eventually becomes pure comedy. Kevin Hart can turn even the simplest moment into comedy, and that's exactly what happens when he brings in a neutral third-party woman during a gym bit, greeting her with an exaggerated hello, before immediately breaking down her outfit like he's hosting a fashion show instead of prepping for a workout. He insists the wardrobe is a major part of the gym, pointing at her top and declaring, "It's like a top, but it's like a hey, I'm here," only for her to correct him with a calm, "I think it says we're here," which Kevin instantly rejects like she just ruined his punchline. And then there's Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, who decided to crash Kevin's Instagram live, thinking he could stir up a little trouble. But Kevin snapped back with a comeback so sharp that even The Rock couldn't help laughing. "Dwayne, get out my comment section. Go do something, man," Kevin shouted before threatening him with a perfectly timed roast. Do it again, and I'ma click on you and let the people see how you look during the daytime. Then came the finishing blow. Newsflash, Dwayne's forehead isn't real. It's a prosthetic. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson has a prosthetic forehead. He can take it off. It's like Velcro. You see what's up under there, you'll see what wrestling does to you. It's not good for your forehead. And just when you think Kevin is done, he pivots mid-rant and randomly yells, "Somebody tell Terrell to untuck his shirt. Take his shirt out, he's not really in the league." Only Kevin Hart can jump from gym fashion, to roasting The Rock's imaginary Velcro forehead, to clowning a man named Terrell in the span of seconds, and make it all feel like the perfect ending to another chaotic, hilarious moment. Thanks for watching.